So, according to the Times, the head of the National Education Union suggested spraying children with disinfectant as they arrive at the school gates. Head teachers are insisting that they need to see the science that explains why children can't pass the virus on. Paul, what have the government pledged to do with the scientific advice?
Ignore it.
Well, no, rather unexpectedly, they've pledged to publish it all in the spirit of openness and transparency, and started this week with this document.
If you take that down to a supermarket, you get a packet of fish fingers for nothing.
Well, the bits that are missing allegedly cover scientists who were critical of some of the government's thinking. And Ian, how are rail commuters going to cope with train travel?
With difficulty, I think. They keep disagreeing over whether you should put on more trains so that people will be more spread out, or cut the number of trains, which seems to be what they're doing, to discourage people from going at all. So I can't quite work out what you're meant to do.
You're going to have to book a time slot to get on the train through a smartphone app when you're not using your coronavirus app or your Tesco's home delivery app or your Weatherstones app. Weatherspoons, not Weatherstones. What is Weatherstones? Is it anything?
Oh, it's great. It's a pub with a library in it.
Yeah, that's right. That's Waterstones and Weatherstones. What a great idea.
They have now said you can get in someone else's car if they open the windows. So I think you're supposed to do shared car drives from outer London.
If they open the windows.
Does it matter whether you know the person or not? Can you just jump into the car when they stop at some traffic lights? Climbing through the open window.
It's fine, Paul. No one will know what the guidelines really say anyway.
Oh, yeah, you can say that's what it says. Yeah, exactly.
How's it all going on the Isle of Wight?
Well, they've got the app, haven't they?
They have.
So Matt Hancock delivered a thoroughly clear address about how you should stay alert unless you're on the Isle of Wight, in which case you should download the app, but you should still stay alert.
According to The Guardian, there have been some teething problems. Yeah, that's what happens when you're getting on a bit. And the Track and Trace app is having problems too. Having Bluetooth on all the time runs down your battery. And if the app does recommend you get tested, the results won't come back for 48 hours. So it's all a bit useless, really. I mean, some of the testing has been pretty shoddy, with 50,000 test samples having to be sent to the US to get the results. But do you know how they've been flushing out dodgy testing kits in Tanzania?
Is it something to do with fruit?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's something to do with fruit and an animal as well.
Yeah, I think that the Tanzanian government have decided they've got the better of the WHO by sending samples of fruit and maybe an animal and then finding out that they allegedly had coronavirus.
Yes, basically they were suspicious that one particular testing kit was giving false positive readings. So they tested samples from a goat and a pawpaw fruit, and both came back positive.
So it's poor fruit.
Yeah.
So when you say in Tanzania, coronavirus really gets my goat, it actually means something.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the news that Boris Johnson has announced a roadmap out of lockdown. Actually, looking at the map, Boris, I think we took a wrong turn about 3 months ago. Community Secretary Robert Jenrick tried to clear up the confusion by saying, "Stay alert by staying at home." I'm always alert at home in case the doorbell rings with my crate of stout. The new rules say you should go to work if you can't do your job from home, although it's still not clear what to do if you're Matt Hancock and you can't do your job wherever you are.